Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So this will be a review on Halolifts. So one thing I wanted to talk about mainly is just why I got them, what made me get them, how they ride, and yeah, we'll just do a nice little solid review. I'll drive around for a bit and we'll go from there. So here we've got the lift here. They use Elka springs, pretty good anodized coating. These are actually Skyjacker control arms. As you can barely see, they pretty close to my tires, but that's why we got spacers. But yeah, I mean, they look really good. The coating is very nice. There's no leaks at all. Any of the water, that's from spraying and whatnot, but the actual setup is just phenomenal. I mean, the quality of the product when you touch them is just amazing. And truck rides straight level. We're on a little bit of a incline here, but the setting that this is on is 2.65 inches. I know it sounds weird, but that's just what I got them at. You can see all the pollen up in there. But one thing about it is these are phenomenal. So one thing I'll talk about too real quick of why I went, what's on this truck. So the first leveling kit I had was a Rancho quick lift, and it also gave the same ride height. It's a 2 3/4 inch in the front, and it was awful. It was so stiff that every bump, every nook and cranny on the road, as soon as you took it off-road, it was so bad that really and truly, like, I had friends, if they were over 6'2", their head was touching the cab of the truck. It was kind of disappointing too for me, because I've used Rancho products before, and I was just very disappointed. I do not recommend them. Buy once, cry once. Get yourself a set of these Halolifts. Or, if you like Fox, go with your Fox, go with Bilstein. Make sure you're buying quality over quantity, because these will ride 10 times better than any puck lift, anything on the market that is under $500. Something else to keep in mind too is these come preset at 2.5 inches. However, they will go down to about 2, and then the max is at 3. I personally wouldn't max them out. When you max out struts, they will ride really, really stiff. Just kind of luck of the draw. That's kind of how you play that game. So I wanted a little higher than 2.5 for these 2018 through 2020 F150s. I'm sure a lot of you maybe that are watching maybe have dealt with the same thing. A lot of your Foxes, I mean, I'm not bashing these companies. These are great options for anyone looking to level their truck. But the max that they will go is 2 inches. Same with the Bilsteins, however you pronounce it. But these are from Elka, essentially, and then they are shipped from Canada to Colorado, and then the company of Halolifts will assemble them there. And they have progressive valving. They have the internal floating piston. So, and these are the 2.0s, not the 2.5s. And if you need 2.5s, they got them. If you need external reservoir tanks, they got them. The whole setup is, I got mine with military discount for $990, but the non-military folk, you'll end up paying around $11 to $11.50 for them. So they're up there in price, but they are around the same build quality as your Foxes and Bilsteins. I have no complaints. They just are fantastic. Well, here's the driving portion. I'll just kind of drive around on some bumps, nothing too crazy, and then maybe even get a later video up on how these things do off-road. But I mean, that's a curb right there. There's no, like, I'm not getting shaken around or anything. Really and truly, the truck rides better than stock. As a lot of you fellers know, stock trucks tend to be the best riding, but they have a little bit of bounce to them. And when you're kind of riding around, it can be too much. And so these are just a tad bit stiffer, right in that sweet spot to where, and when I say stiffer, it feels plush and soft. So my comparison is they are definitely a little bit stiffer than your Foxes, but it feels more controlled. You don't feel as if you're being jarred around or the truck's just not resetting. I hit that bump a little bit faster, and you can probably hear it where it doom, but you don't really feel it in the cab. And also, I've got Toyo MT's very heavy tires on, and it still controls them wonderfully. And so, to be honest, I think that this is a great option for anyone looking to have a true level on their 2018 to 2020 F-150. This is a fantastic setup. On-road manners are just perfect. Off-road, very nice. With the progressive valving, the faster you go, it becomes softer in a way where you're not floating, but you're not bouncing around in the cab. Like, you don't feel it as much in the cab. So it is definitely something that I recommend for any F-150 owner out there. They make some really good kits for the new trimmers. They make fantastic products. They do military, law enforcement discount, firefighters as well. The owner of Halolifts is a firefighter in Colorado. I highly recommend y'all check these people out. I mean, y'all can see that this is a very smooth ride, and I'm on a really bumpy road that is kind of in the sticks. So it is just a pleasant experience. There's not a lot of body roll on these tight turns. It feels very controlled and planted without being too stiff, that a lot of shock companies kind of tend to have. Like Ranchos, for example, they are extremely stiff. You get no body roll, but they're going to beat you to death inside your cab. Your passengers are going to hate you. If you got a passenger princess, she's going to be out in 2 seconds. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share it. I'm hoping this helps somebody make a decision. There's not a lot of videos that I see people reviewing the new Halolifts after they switched from the Bilstein, and they had the Bilstein shock body, and then they had the coils were made by, I can't remember who, but they were, you know, highly reviewed. See, we're on a bumpy dirt road now, and it's shaky, but that's going to be any truck. But anyway, these ones, they have their own shock bodies and the Elka springs. Thank you guys. See you next time.